We're going to look at the next gen stats from NFL.com and look at 10 trendy running backs from week 10. We're looking at guys to pick up. We're looking at running backs to drop or potentially trade for. We're looking at running backs that you may want to stash and everything in between. But what you really want to do right now is click that subscribe button. Tap it with the finger on your phone. Click it with the mouse on the computer. Whatever you need to do to get the job done. We're talking deep on the waiver wire every day. We're helping you set those lineups. We're helping you find those deep stashes. Everything else, click that button. Stop missing out. But let's look into these trendy running backs from week 10, from yesterday's games here. And Keaton Mitchell's the talk of the town again, especially in the early slate with the 1 o'clock games. Instantly blew up with that long touchdown run. Caught another ball for 32 yards. Got you 13.6 PPR fantasy points. And one thing you can say is this guy shot out of a cannon. You just give him a couple touches, and he's a chance just to go nuts on you. And that's what he did here. And it wasn't grandiose here in the yardage total, just like 66 yards on just a few touches. But he got that touchdown. He's electric. Blew up social media. The thing about him is he's the off-speed pitch in this running back depth chart. You use Gus Edwards between the tackles. You put in Keaton Mitchell here and there. And if that defense, like I said a million times last week, if that defense, any defense, misses an assignment, Mitchell has the ball in his hands and he has green in front of him, you're going to get that long green line right there. And you're going to get that a few times. And he's going to make you pay if you mess up in front of him. If you don't, you can corral him. You can keep him contained. He ain't going to do anything. But if you mess up, he's a home run hitter. He's a big threat to take it to the house. We know this by now. And if you don't know, you better figure it out, because this guy can score quick. This guy can put up numbers, and does not matter what defense is on the field. If you mess up in front of him, he will make you pay. For fantasy football here, the trend is obvious. He's a home run hitter. He's an upside play. You're going to want to start him every week. I hope you're good at running back. I hope you're good at wide receiver, and you use him as that gamble flex play every week, because he can go off every week for the rest of the year. He has the potential to do that. He has the potential to give you some bust weeks because of the nature of this offense. He's sharing touches. He's only getting a few touches a game right now. He has not touched it more than 10 times in a game yet. He has got 10 at the most in week 9 against Seattle, but he has not touched it for like 15 or something times like that. So it's not like he's getting a huge workload, but he's so explosive, he only needs a few touches to get it done. And you know a few touches is enough to make him volatile. However, he's so explosive that you can't risk not having him in your lineup anymore. So Keaton Mitchell's that guy. You're just going to have to put him in your lineup, close your eyes, and hope for the best. Especially he's earning more work. He's going to have to earn more work. He can't keep doing this and not get more work. That is asinine if they keep doing that. Keaton Mitchell is going to get more work down the stretch. Gus Edwards is going to get work, and Justice Hill is going to be on the outside looking in, because Justice Hill is the explosive back, but Keaton Hill is even more explosive. He's faster, and he's doing things that Justice Hill can't do. He's scored 33 fantasy points in the last 2 games. That is tremendous. Keaton Mitchell's going to earn his stripes here. He's getting more opportunities. Ty Chandler got some production, got some run. We talked about him in the You Need series last week because he's the backup option to Mattison. Something happens to Mattison, he's the next guy up. And guess what? Something happened to Mattison, got a concussion, came out of the game. Ty Chandler wasn't grandiose. 15 carries, 45 yards, and a touchdown. But he's next man up. Next man up gets touches. Next man up with a team with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and Dobbs just randomly doing stuff on this team. And Ty Chandler's got 4.3 speed. He can take it to the house. He could be like a Keaton Mitchell-esque play. At least he tests like that. He may not be that grandiose or exciting as a Keaton Mitchell, but it's in the cards. He can be explosive. Now you got to watch Alexander Mattison next week to see if he can make it through concussion protocol. However, Ty Chandler is getting the touches right now. If something happens to Mattison, you're going to want him. He's going to earn more opportunities, especially down the stretch here when we're looking to get him more involved to get Mattison ready for the playoffs. If the Vikings make it this far, they're 6-4. They're sneaking up there, and Jefferson's coming back. Ty Chandler's got some gusto in his game. A running back you need to pay attention to. I think a lot of people are going to look at him on the waiver wire since he scored 10.5 fantasy points. Diont Foreman. A lot of you guys picked him up. A lot of you guys used him. He got you 17 fantasy points. And I'm still talking about him because a lot of people are asking me whether or not to pick him up. He's getting touches. He's getting touches over Roshan Johnson. Roshan Johnson's still stashed, but Diont Foreman should be on your rosters as well. He should be rostered in every league. Shouldn't be sitting on waiver wire. Shouldn't be there. He shouldn't be rostered in 83% of leagues. Should be pushing 90, 95% to 100%. He's getting enough workload. 21 carries is a lot, plus 2 targets. That's a lot of workload, and he's going to continue to do that. Khalil Herbert's eventually going to be back, but he's earned it. He's earned workload. He's going to cross the goal line here and there. He's going to get his opportunities, and that's all you can expect. There's going to be some games where he doesn't score as much. We've seen that on the docket, but still, he's getting touches, and you want to chase touches when it comes to running backs. Now we're looking at Jaylen Warren, and both him and Najee had a good day. Both of them, they could run on the Packers, and they did that. 101 yards for Jaylen Warren. Also caught a few balls out of the backfield with 4 targets. Looking good. One of the best games of his career. 19 fantasy points. Jaylen Warren needed a game like this. He needed a game with a ton of opportunities. Maybe they'll start giving him some more. Maybe they'll start using these running backs some more. Really game script dependent. But the Steelers are a sneaky 6-3 right now. Jaylen Warren's a damn good running back. He's a damn good 1B back. And if he gets a boatload of touches, if something happens to Najee, everybody's going to want him. James Conner's back, and he's getting touches. That is the big trend here. He got 16 carries in this game, 73 yards. Did not equate to a bunch of fantasy points because he didn't get targets or a touchdown, but still, he's back. 16 carries on his first game back is huge. That's immenseful, and he could be getting more targets down the line. That being said, expect him to cross the goal line sometimes. Expect him to catch some balls. James Conner's the guy you're starting here on out because he's getting touches and he's getting workload. Kyler Murray's going to open things up. Falcons, not the most optimal defense for a running back to go off on, but still, the fact that he's getting 16 touches, good to see. Bijan Robinson, they gave him the work. Arthur Smith got pounded to hell in the media, and he said, you know what? Everybody runs on the Cardinals. Why not Bijan? 22 carries, 95 yards, and a touchdown, 2 targets. When Bijan Robinson gets a lot of work, he gets fantasy production. That's what he does. Everybody looks to run on the Cardinals. Everybody wants to run on the Cardinals. Bijan Robinson ran on the Cardinals. When you're looking at the Cardinals, look at the running back who's going against them, and you may want to put him in your lineup that week. David Montgomery's back, and both him and Jahmyr Gibbs had a day against the Chargers. Both of them went off. He's back getting touches. They're back to splitting up the backfield. It's going to be game script dependent. It's going to be series dependent. And you know what? Both of them are good running backs. Both of them are getting the job done. And while both of them are being good, you're going to expect this going forward. Devin Singletary blew up today. He blew up today. I wasn't expecting it. That's a miss on me because I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting him to get some carries, and we're hoping that he crosses the goal line. I was expecting that, and I was expecting the Texans just to throw it a lot, and this to be a game script like this with 57 total points. I was expecting that, but I was not expecting 150 total yards, and I wasn't expecting 30 carries. I was expecting 15, 18 touches in general, not just the targets on top of that. But still, he went off. I wasn't expecting that. That was a miss on me, but I don't know if it is because we haven't seen that in general. But I did miss on that. 150 yards going off. And guess who he has next week if Pierce is still out? The Cardinals. So next week is definitely a week you want to start him if he's the guy in the backfield. He earned more touches. He earned more opportunities with this performance, and he should be getting those. Now we're looking at Rico Dowdle, and Pollard's still the guy, but a lot of people are questioning him. A lot of people are looking at Dowdle right now. The thing is, the one trend we got from this game, we got to see how he looks with 12 carries against a bad defense. This game script was broken, and he got some opportunity. He was able to score a touchdown, 12 carries, 79 yards, a decent clip on the yards per carry. We got to see him work, see him operate, and if something happens to Pollard, everyone's going to run to Dowdle. He is a guy you want stashed on the back of your roster, because any running back on this team, not named Pollard, I guess, for the last few weeks, I guess you can say that, anybody associated with the Cowboys here that's running routes, seeing snaps, getting carries, touches, whatever, you kind of want, because they have the opportunity to score fantasy points. Dowdle did it even today. And some mop-up work mixed in this horrendous matchup, 49-17 Cowboys victory. So again, Dowdle, if something happens to Pollard, you need to be looking at him. Rashad White is just super safe, not grandiose, but for fantasy, he's a money ball player because he gets a lot of targets. I mean, look at the last few weeks, 6, 7, 4, 3 targets. This was a light target game, but still, we had 51 rushing yards, and we got a touchdown there. Rashad White is just scoring fantasy points, and you can't stop him. Doesn't matter the game script. He's just a money ball running back, and that's just something you want to look at here going forward. He's going to get opportunities. If you have a trade deadline coming up, might be a running back. See if you can catch him cheap. Probably not, because I wouldn't give him away. I don't think his managers would be giving away because they know he's scoring fantasy points. But another guy you want to look at. But those are 10 trendy running backs. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Who you started, who busted on you, everything else. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. I want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.